That's dope.
That's dope. What's up, everybody? It is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, February 12th. I am Scott Melker, and today we will be looking at a whole lot of charts because the market is going absolutely nuts, and how can you not want to pay attention to the charts? I think we're going to have a lot of great trades coming into the weekend, and I'm going to go on the hunt to find some of those. As always, this stream is sponsored by Femex. You can find out all the information down below. They're actually offering up to a $720 bonus for signing up. But that depends on how much you deposit. So don't go thinking that you're going to go in there and throw in $10 and they're going to give you $720, because the world, unfortunately, does not work that way. Unless, of course, you're in the United States and you get a big fat stimulus check, or you're on Uniswap and they send you some Uniswap airdropped stimulus. So I have a very, very special surprise today. A guest from all the way on the other side of my house, my wife, Emmy Melker.
Yay. Yeah.
So the first question is, I've been getting comments that I look like Dory from Finding Nemo. Do you think that I look like Dory from Finding Nemo?
I think you probably are turning into Dory from the amount of times that we've seen that movie. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. We do have to.
People with their dogs, they start to look like their dogs. It's just going to happen. Next, you're going to turn into Elsa or something.
Yeah, our daughter's 3rd birthday party was a Finding Nemo party, and we went to Disney World and stayed in a hotel that had a Finding Nemo suite. Mm-hmm. That's how committed we were. So maybe,
cool. Yeah,
maybe I do look like Nemo. So yeah. Interesting. I was on a stream this morning with Ran Nooner, I believe Nooner on Crypto Banter. Which, by the way, that shit blew up. Last time I was on there, they had 40 people watching, and today it was 3,000 people are watching. So incredible for them. But he made a point to ask me. He was like, I see that your wife all of a sudden is talking about crypto. I follow her. Well, he said, how do I get my wife to do that? So maybe you can give us advice on how people should get their wives involved. But why all of a sudden, because it's just optics, why are you so into it?
Well, the short answer is I like money, right? Portfolio grows. Of course, my support will grow as well. But in all seriousness, I think that, first of all, I will always support any project that you're doing. And you, as a very intelligent man, came to me one day and was like, hey, look at this, this is cryptocurrency, explain to me what that was. And I went right over my head. But at the same time, I'm going to support you in any venture that you choose to do. And I trust that you're going to make good decisions with our finances.
Oops.
You handle the finances. So yeah, I think that we would probably have a different conversation right now if you blew all our money in the first, investments in Bitcoin, but that didn't happen. So yeah, number one is trust. Number two is you can't deny looking at the news that occurs every day, multiple times a day, about mass adoption of these coins and currencies. So I would just encourage someone, honestly, if your wife is a naysayer, your girlfriend or whoever, to just start sending her every time those pop up, start sending them to her. Hey, MasterCard just did this. Apple just did this. Elon Musk, the richest and one of the, arguably the most intelligent man in the world, just did this. How can you go against that? These people are much smarter than us. We should probably listen to them.
I agree. This dude just said I look like Tony Hawk's cousin, and I used to get that all the time too. That I kind of looked like Tony Hawk. It's close eyes, but I agree with you 100%. But it's interesting. You and I were talking about this before. At least it seems like there's not that many women in this space. I think that that's a fintech thing in general. It's a finance thing in general, but crypto is supposed to be kind of different. So why do you think that I mean, women in this space, not only aren't there that many, but like occasionally they'll get like just ripped on or called thirst traps or whatever, and get the boys club vibe. So why do you think that we're not so many women here?
Well, first, in terms of thirst trap vibes, I mean, if you don't want to be a thirst trap, don't post thirst traps, right? So that's number one. But moving on, to answer your question, I think that it originally was male dominant, and so men took to places that are primarily men on the networks like Reddit and Twitter, which are male dominant platforms. So of course that conversation continued to grow within that group. And I think that, women tend to back away from something that there's a lot of like male chauvinism happening, sexism. Like for me personally, when I see trolls on your feed talking about me and my kids, like all that does is make me think, all of the things that people are saying about Bitcoin and crypto, that it's all for degenerates. It's only for, people doing illegal activities. Like I look at these trolls and these degens and I'm like, wait a second, maybe there's some, legitimacy behind those claims. But I think that, as this grows and becomes more mainstream, and companies like Hero, for example, which, I work with Hero and their marketing department, and they, we are very proud that we have a lot of women on the team and a very diverse group of people on the team. And so as more companies start taking that seriously and bringing on more women into this space, then, I think that it's what's best for, the greater good, for sure.
Yeah. I interviewed Catherine Coley, the CEO of Binance US today, and she was like, she kind of echoed the same sentiments that you're saying, the same thing I'm saying, but she was like, that's kind of the optics on Twitter, but in our companies, there's women everywhere. Mm-hmm. She's like, there's women working all over the place in crypto. You just don't know that they're behind the scenes and doing it, but
right.
So hopefully we'll have
women in crypto, and I'm happy that I'm grateful to you for even bringing me on your live stream and giving, women a voice and putting women on your podcast. So I'm all for it.
I mean, if there's one thing that dudes hate, it's a sausage fest anyways, right? So we need went out with my 10 dude friends to a bar with 97 dudes. It's awesome. That's crypto Twitter, basically. Well, that's awesome. So thank you very much.
Everyone on this stream wants you to get to the charts. So
they want to know why we're in separate places, because just kind of happened that way. And our kid's asleep like 10 feet from me. And so 2 loud voices. So there you go.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you, dear.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Hey, you too. Hey,
See you soon. See you soon. Bye. What's up, everybody? All right. So people keep asking me on my streams, where's Emmy? So I brought her in. Anyways. So all dudes. Let's go look at some charts. I had to like block people who are like, what the fuck is this? Get me out of here. Bro, it's been like 8 minutes. Chill. Here we go. Somebody just yelled Polygon. Let's just look at MATIC. Yeah. So that's MATIC has rebranded to Polygon. These were, hopefully you guys can see my charts all as well. Yeah. So these were 3 trades that I had posted like a week ago. If it dropped here, it then took all of them. Well, now it looks like there's an opportunity to come in here at the next sort of support flip. But they had crazy news today. They just rebranded earlier this week, and they already have like $100 million TVL, which is crazy. So I would say that like, they've rebranded, they're really changing, and what they're doing is really interesting. So, I would think that this would continue up. Obviously, it's hard to buy after something this big, but in this market, I mean, we're seeing moves of 4, 5, 7, 900% on a regular basis. So nothing is far fetched, and this would be the natural place to kind of look for another entry, which it just retested after that. Like the super safe conservative traders now, if you're not going to do this, might want to wait till this and kind of take it up top. But so listen, I literally just opened a bunch of charts that I was interested in looking at. I don't know that all of these will be good trades, but let's just kind of plow through them. And then we can see if there's any others we can hunt for. So first of all, I'm just going to look at Bitcoin. 48,200, really, really tough nut to crack here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 candles wicked through. And then this fifth one today, when we saw that sort of sizable drop, not sizable, but, we saw people getting a bit aggressively bearish when it was rejected there. I want to stop seeing these get rejected. So like if I was trying to trade this now, you want this. You want to close a candle up here, no wicks, right? Well, I don't know what I just drew, but I'm getting rid of that because it seemed a little bit like a dick. And I'm not in the practice of drawing too many dicks on my charts. Yeah, so I would say that we want to see it above this line at this point with a strong, at least a 4-hour candle close up here. But I mean, nothing here is bearish, right? This is resistance. I mean, there's resistance and consolidation under resistance. Usually, the more you consolidate, this volume is slightly decreasing, should see a push through up. So I'm hoping that we are going to see $50,000 Bitcoin very soon. 50. I mean, listen, this isn't the same chart, but like I can pull it up. This is what we're really looking at here, right? Excuse me, that should be there. These go here. Take this flagpole-ish. You can measure it from a bunch of places. This is where it broke out. That's $63,000. And it seemed crazy. I was saying that right here when it broke out. Well, from 37 to 47 is 10,000. I was almost halfway there. It's almost halfway there. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. All right. Let's look at some of these. Adam, this was a newsletter extraordinaire. Look at this volume. Dropping all this time from August on shitty volume. Saw it increase at the bottom. There was a bull div here. I won't even show it. Sort of started to flag here against resistance and bam. Bam. So I would just play these levels, but there's no reason to believe that these are stopping anytime soon. This is real volume. It's buying volume. You have this huge candle spread and we're flipping up levels along the way. So I would say that Cosmos looks super good. So does everything else. So I'm just kind of going through some ones I've been looking at, and we'll see where we land. I mean, for fuck's sake, EGLD. It's not like I was buying it here publicly and telling everybody at $10. Not like that happened. Not like it pulled a 21, 22x from there. This thing is insane. And I don't know if you've used the MyR app, but it's pretty much the coolest thing that has happened in crypto as of yet. If you're looking for something that actually has a chance at mass adoption, it's amazing. It's fast. And if you're sick of like paying gas fees that are $1 bajillion every single time you do a transaction, and paying hundreds of dollars a day for transactions, trying to trade on Uniswap, insanity. I mean, it's just, this is one of those rare things where the chart matches up with the fundamentals and they actually have a project. I mean, God forbid, like a company in crypto have a product. So this is not a confirmed channel, but I would say that this clearly is bull flagging or doing some sort of bullish consolidation. Maybe you catch it on the 50 here on the 4-hour. If you get a bigger drop, I mean, this is way up there. So it's risky, but I think this, don't see a reason to stop. If you can get an entry down like here, if that drops, my God. Let's see if there's even another, this is like epic consolidation up here. You could draw it as a wedge, of course. Take that bottom line and then do one of these. So you could even take that breakout if you don't think that this is a flag. Fine. It's not a confirmed flag. It does not have 2 up, 2 down, really, that are perfect. To be a bull flag, you have to be a perfect descending channel. Otherwise, it is not a bull flag. I think that's going to fly. I mean, this looks just like that Bitcoin chart I just showed you. Really. Waves USD. I'm just reviewing the trades that I've been sharing this week because sometimes I don't even look back at them. But yeah, I think this should be heading to $15. So another 50% from here ish. And I posted it here and here, right? I said retest of this line. That's a perfect entry to the penny, or maybe within 5 cents. Looks like it's heading up. Every chart I looked at looks kind of bananas right now. It's really kind of nuts. YFII. So many I's, so many YFs. Remember when it was YF season and you just bought anything that said YF and it went up? So I like this because if you zoom out, this is accumulation, right? Completely drops, finds a bottom, trades in a range, and it's breaking that range. This is what we saw on ZIL. I keep showing that chart ages ago when it dropped, right? So listen, this is only the 4 hour that's retested this top of this trading range. Maybe you want to wait till the daily does it because you could end up with a daily SFP here. But if the daily closes above that, this should be bottomed. Should be completely bottomed and heading up. This is a bottoming pattern and you're breaking out of this. This range is determined by when you find the low to the next swing high. Some people would draw it up here, but that's kind of ignoring all of this, right? I mean, this went from the range high almost to the range low. So even though you have this sort of anomaly here, that's what showed you, hey, it's not ready yet, rejected, drop back down. So, I mean, this is one of those few where it's like, this is kind of your entry. If you want to wait for the daily, be a little safer, that's fine. And you can also, if it drops down, maybe you catch a wick into this demand before it heads back up. And listen, this could be a fake out. It could close back here and trickle down. Anything's possible, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. All we can do is look at the chart and this says, hey, this is leaving accumulation and it's ready to head up. I'm going to come back over to the comments for a brief moment. Scott, what app did you talk about? It's MAIAR, MAIAR. It's the EGLD. Yeah, it's amazing. Hello, Scott. Tezos just broke all-time high. Any target? Hey, it's next chart I have up. But I just think it's so hilarious when we talk about all-time highs, when this is what the chart actually looks like. Literally near an all-time. This is the all-time low if you're trading against Bitcoin. All-time high, my ass. This is a wrecked coin. But I love it here, right? And I'm not making fun of you for saying that. I'm saying we all do it. Ethereum all-time high. Link all-time high. Dot all-time high. All-time high. We're so high. Everybody's high. My Siri on my computer just yelled in my ears that, sorry, I couldn't find all-time high in your music. Siri's an idiot. I didn't even ask her. She's just butting in. Get out of my life. I thought we broke up. So anyways, yeah, Tezos is at almost an all-time low. It's at an all-time high against dollars because Bitcoin went up against the dollar. Would have been better off in Bitcoin that whole time, not experiencing any of this. All you did that entire time was lose Bitcoin. But there's a silver lining, which is that this broke the macro downtrend. This blue line was the downtrend from August. Broke out, kind of weak. But look, again, nobody was interested. No volume here. Look at this. Steadily, beautifully, amazingly rising volume here. And that volume is increasing still as we break out. So we had the macro breakout here. These are retests. We had this weird retest of support, more consolidation, and look at this candle. Yeah, we'll find resistance in some of these places, but this is big, real volume. I love this. Love this here. And show me your fibs. Chauvinism. We talked about that, guys. It's wrong. Show me your fibs. I mean, these are your targets, right? The fibs are so fucking amazing. Look at this. You just pull these back right now, And you couldn't pull the fibs till the bottom, but look at these lines. You would totally draw a line at the 61.8. Look at that touch. And that's down bottom of this as support, right through here, resistance and down. It's amazing. Fibs are amazing. This one too. Damn. Sweet ass fibs right there. That's it though. Tezos. Completely wrecked by Bitcoin, but at an all-time high. Oh, macro doing its thing. This was yesterday. Said buy it pushing through here. Kind of a retest, but didn't close above. So you might be missing this one on that setup. But if you're a breakout trader, you bought this. That looks great. Sending wedge should be heading up to here. Or 131 should be heading to 156. Yeah. And in this market, you'll be like, dude, that's like not even like a 5x, bro. I'm only going to make like 15% on that trade. If you ever traded anything before crypto in 2017 and you could make 15% on a trade in like a day, you would have just, wet dream. Now we want 15% in a second. Sitting here on Blockfolio, like, reload. I'm up 97%, down 94%. That shit does not happen in the real world. We are experiencing an absolute anomaly here with this alt season and everything. Seeing these massive moves, unless you're GameStop, obviously. So I think AKRO now, these all look good. I'm just like pulling them all up. Look good. DUSK. Don't even know why I pulled this shit up. This one doesn't really have that exciting volume rise, but what it does have is a beautiful rounding bottom here, or an apple bottom, as we would call it, if we were talking about butts. The way that you would trade this IMHO, in my humble opinion, is one of these is you want to catch this higher or else you're buying into resistance. So buy here, head up to here, hope that it breaks that, head up to this level here, 11,107. That's like a 6 or 7x. Even just to that next level is basically a 2x. But you don't buy right into resistance. That's the thing. Like you don't come on a live stream and see like someone talking about respect the pump, which is cool. I guess you respect the pump. You don't just buy it because they say it. You got to wait. This is resistance. 1, 2, rejected on the last daily candle. You need to be above that, right? But this is a beautiful rounding bottom. This should, if it breaks, it might not even give a chance. It might just kind of continue up. That's what EGLD looked like, right? Rounding bottom. DUSK. So yeah, I would mark 359 if you're trading it. Try to catch it on a rebound, or if you're risky on a break. But this can be what happens when you catch the breakout, right? You buy the breakout, it closes below, and now you're sitting here holding yourself, wondering if you're going to make it. I think you are, but it's not ideal. Somebody keep asking me about DNT. I have not looked at this. Dang. Nice move, though. There's a weekly chart. This looks, see, look at this bottom. That's a bottom. That's accumulation. And it even had some volume spikes in there, even with no move. This looks kind of like a weird cup and handle vibe happening. Well, you kind of had one here. It's like a double cup and handle. Right. This one, I don't really like it because it never kind of came up. You don't really want to see this big one. And then you could call the handle like that. This is not going to be accurate, but through here. But then now we have sort of another one. Little handle kind of happening here and a move. The wicks are kind of annoying, but I would say that at the end of the day, since this line was the first one that mattered, look, this was a major high after that move. Rejected. Yeah. A lot of rejection. If this closes above, again, that's your trade. If it doesn't it might just go away. You might lose it. Might lose it, but who cares? There's always another trade. If that's where you want to enter something like this, and then you've got, you have to zoom back to like the times of Jesus to find targets. My God, look at that accumulation. You might have had to wait literally like 8 or 9 months, but if you did, you're up 8 or 9 times just from there, and you're still this far from the top. That's what's incredible about altcoins and patience. Why, people talk about accumulating. This is August, and you could have bought this for all this time in accumulation, and maybe you bought it when it broke here, right? But that's not even great. Or when it broke here even. And you got a 4x move. So patience is a virtue. I know it's hard not to spaz and jump into every coin that's going up, but if you've taken the time to buy something over a long period of time and it looks kind of bottomy, hold on, man. You'll wake up one day and you'll refresh. I'm up 700%. I'm the best trader in the world. God tier. YFL. Everybody's super mad. Don't see why. Seems fine. It hasn't pumped yet, Scott. You mentioned it before. You didn't make it go. You suck. Sucky sucker. Well, first of all, we had this double bottom that here's here. So this was the last trade. So yeah, it's come way back down. But that's a lot of profit to be made there. But I would say this is clearly in a descending channel here, and that was confirmed now right into this drop into demand. This was your buy. This doesn't matter. Like this would be sort of a double bottom, not a triple bottom, but you have to break this. You have to be above 1,027 to even confirm the double bottom, because you have two bottoms. You have to break the swing high between them. Given that would give you a target in like probably, just guessing, 15, 1700 region. Bigly, hugely. But listen, this bounced. That's a fucking beautiful daily candle. Long down wick into demand, bullish engulfing of the previous candle, which also showed demand. And now we're breaking above the EQ of this channel. Not saying buy it right now, but maybe you do something like this and you catch it here and then it goes up. Right? YFII. Awesome. And LinkSwap's a cool product. So they got shit going for them. They have shit going for them. Ocean. Everybody's asking me about that. I was going to post this. I had it queued up yesterday because I saw it break, but then it was doing this kind of thing, so I didn't share it today. But this is a break and a retest on increasing volume. That's what you want. I just don't love this wick. So for me, it's either down here and up, or for me, I would prefer a clean break, candle close up here, catch that and up. It's going up. Sweet. These all look so good that I'm sure this weekend will be a complete bloody disaster and will prove me wrong, because the market does that to all of us. Come back over here to the comments for a quick second. Hey, Scott, what's up? Watching you from Turkey, not the animal one. That's clever. I would be really disturbed if you were somehow in a Turkey. Let's look at VET. I know I didn't have it open, but let's look at VET, because I was looking at it last night and it looked like it might have actually been ready to leave. Oh, it did. Fuck. Missed it. I've been asked about this probably on every live stream, and I've said, listen, you can't buy it until it closes above this. This is what I had drawn. So there's no retest yet. So maybe you hope that it comes back down here. It will, probably. I can't say it will. I don't like to make definitive things. And when I say that, I look like a dum-dum. It could. But if you didn't buy the breakout, you would want to get it back around 100 sats on a retest. Maybe it runs into this, comes down, and then heads up. But this, again, months of bottoming is breaking out today in real time. That's the move. This bottomed. This is confirmation, assuming it closes above 99 sats. This is confirmation that this is bullish. Ultimately, we should see it at least coming to here, I would say. Don't know why that won't lock in. 237 sats. So 2x from here-ish. But, I mean, zoom out. Oh, actually, I forgot that this is, this used to be vet. So it's way more even bottomed than it looks. But yeah, I mean, these coins look like they're ready to just put the deep strokes on Bitcoin and just pound it. Pound it deep. Finally. Because everyone will be yelling about the USD pairs, but not realizing that they've just been losing Bitcoin every single day. Like it's your job. Like I show up at work and I just work my ass off to lose that Bitcoin by trading alts on USD pairs. Man, did you see how good I did today at work? Like they should give me a bonus. I lost like 30% of my Bitcoin and stayed even in USD. It was great. Put in a hard day's work for that. That looks bullish AF. In case your kids are in the room, I'm saying AF. If they're not, though, that means as fuck. Gert. Well, this got away from us. I think this was in the newsletter yesterday, and it was like here. And I was like, hey, maybe I'll catch a retest. No. This is what I'm talking about, though. Rounding out. Moon. I would still buy the Nikes out of this if it dropped down to here, though. Don't think you're going to get this one. Broke that range. Zooming in, maybe. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know that I'd touch it, but if you're looking for a local entry, you could try it here. All right. Head back up. This is a pretty ugly candle, though. This looks like some real profit taking happening there. I wouldn't touch that for now, but you do you, bro. You might make some money. I ain't mad at you, in the words of Tupac. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I was going to be an R&B singer. Wasn't going to be an R&B singer. I did sing in college, though. I was in an a cappella group called Pennsylvania 65000, and girls liked us. And interesting story, true story. Right in my freshman dorm, right, my neighbor in the freshman dorm was this kid. He was 16 years old. And he used to just sit. He was in another a cappella group, like our competitive a cappella group. They were called Counterparts. And he used to sit in his room. He was 16 and he was a freshman at the University of Pennsylvania, Ivy League, some Doogie Howser shit right there for the throwback people who know about Doogie Howser. And he used to sit in his room and he would like listen to tapes. We had some CDs, but tapes of himself singing, and he would sing along. We were like, damn, that dude like really like singing, like he is really dedicated to this. And then like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album came out, and all of a sudden like it was like that dude played piano on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Everything is Everything. I think it was a song. Dun, 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 dun. And that was John Legend. He was the kid that was 16 in the Ivy League school singing to himself in his room. So he did pretty good. He did good. I would say like he did pretty good with his life. And he was the nicest guy in the whole world. Really the nicest guy. And yeah, it was John Legend. REEF. Everybody had been asking me about that. Holy God. But this looks like it's heading back up. Yet again. Not bottom because it was up here, but it's been ranging. See, look, range. EQ, that center line, the equilibrium, acting as support and resistance. Serious support here. Since breaking it, not one candle closed below that line. All these wicks, this was your signal, which targeted here. So if you were in at 64, you might have exited at 83. Big trade. Right there. And then when it flipped it, You could buy right back in at the same price on confirmation. You had to move up to 122. This really was the retest of that. This is getting front run, but I would expect this now to continue back up. Maybe you use this as your support, that if this breaks, you exit. That looks pretty sweet. OXT was another one I had queued up yesterday. We talked about it on the live stream, I think on Wednesday, and it was like down here. And I was like, put an alarm on this line. And I put an alarm and it was like, alarm alert, you're on log scale. And my alarm didn't go off. I had an alarm on it. Look what it did. This is what these setups are. You just look for this over and over again. Something that's like moving sideways, coming up to these descending resistance, and blam, bammo. So I don't know if you can trade this now, but maybe set some stinky bids right here. Catch that wick. Catch that wick. But I don't even know. Well, we do. This has been around a while, I guess. I know. So where are we now? I would say this is your next target if it doesn't come back, 1752-ish. That's an example. Look at that. How many wicks went through that line? It got rejected. And then these are your targets, right? Write it down. Take a picture. I don't know. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a... Hugh Trust, man. Chad. Love this company. Yeah, we're talking about an entry here. Went up. This was the Coinbase custody announcement, probably yesterday. They're accepted into Coinbase custody, but this, look, this is what you look at that volume. So now, listen, we want to see this candle without, we don't want to see it like close down here with a big, huge wick up top, because that would be like a blow off top kind of volume. So we want to see this close a little higher. That should keep going up. But, you know, let's go into the 4 hour. I would say we have the obviously levels that were already drawn. And then this is where I'd be looking for an entry if it drops. 0.39-ish. But I mean, this even did like a little tiny kind of bull pennant here before breaking. Bullish. Everything looks so bullish. It makes me scared. Honestly. It's too bullish. It's too bullish. Too much bullishness. I'm going to come back over here to your comments for a minute. ADA going to do something? I don't know. This is a great question. Someone used the word envisage on the other broadcast. It's envision. After looking it up, I'd like to use it in a sentence. Where do you envisage we are in this bull cycle? Beginning, middle? Depends on alts, Bitcoin, whatever, but I think we're, God, I don't even want to say it, kind of near the beginning. Kind of near the beginning. Someone's asking me to look at XTZ again. Like I didn't just do that. Yeah, I don't think we're too far into this cycle. Most of these coins, if you look at them on the Bitcoin pairs, Altseason in the past was when alts ran against Bitcoin, not when they just like went up in their USD pair because Bitcoin went up. These still look kind of bottomy and wrecked against Bitcoin, a lot of them. So someone mentioned Wabi, and I had that in the newsletter today. So that I will actually take a look at because I'm curious. And I like it because I use the Itchy Cloud, which is what I used to always use to trade. And this, oh, it's doing it. It's making me look good. So good. We're right here. It's way up, dude. That's up like 20%. This is a great example of how to trade with the Ichimoku Cloud. Right? So, broke the cloud here. It's been wrecked since, but brings the cloud down with it. Where you want to see when you're trading the cloud, you don't buy it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rejections of the cloud bottom. And it's a big red cloud, generally bad. So the signals that you would look for if you're trading on the Ichimoku Cloud for a potential entry are first, this is the Tenkan, the blue line, which is a shorter moving average. And this is the Kijun, the longer moving average. So just like with anything else, you have bull and bear crosses, right? Here's the last bear cross of these two. It's been nothing but downtrend. We had a bull cross here. So a bull cross above the cloud is a signal to long. A bull below the cloud is technically a signal to close your short. So it means the downside's over, but it's not necessarily a long signal. However, when you get a candle close in the cloud, especially one that catches both of those Tenkan and Kijun as support, you expect an end-to-end move. E2E, if you ever hear about that. So this should be heading at least to the top of the cloud where we'll find resistance. So it could go over here, which is a lower target, depending on how long it takes to get there. But I would think we're going up into this area. Then you look and see if you can flip the cloud to support. And that's another support and resistance. Everything is support and resistance one way or another. It's just a different way to look for it. But I think this is going, into the 600s here. And Wabi, like who the fuck's looking at Wabi? I didn't remember this existed. Somebody mentioned it. I was like, oh, Wabi, I remember you. We went to high school together. People used to beat you up. I mean, I have to open Link or else somebody will scream. But I mean, Link, this is interesting. Link, all-time high, $30. Celebrate. Just breaking out on the Bitcoin pair. The upside of these is insane. That I just showed you Tezos, right? This one actually hasn't quite broken out yet. We don't need these for now. But yeah, I mean, if this flips this area, like this is what you really want to see now. Oh my gosh, testing both of those as support at the same time. Moon, the potential for these, like when you're seeing highs, all-time highs on the USD pairs, and they're still down here, bruh. It's like looking at Kathy Ireland in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in the 80s. Ella McPherson, Paulina Porskova, the classics. Dudes my age, you know about it. So yeah, but like this is now in price discovery. And I posted this the other day saying this is where you enter, right? You got the, oh yeah. Look, this is again, it was ranging. When it breaks the range, you catch these retests. So you could have gotten in at $19. Up mad money, bro. Like 50%. Paid. In the shade. Just look at when I hear that, I think of Michael Jackson. Well, we've been in dot since way down here, but there was another clear breakout here. But this was where I was talking about it last. Now I would say if you get a drop to here, you enter. Otherwise, you're in price discovery on the USD pair. See, big move there. Left these orders behind, and this was like a little flag into this move. It was probably a pennant. Let's, if I have to be all accurate, someone will yell at me. Bro, like you said, it was a flag and it was a pennant, and then the wedge of the people with the face. I mean, you might not get it again. Otherwise, it's left you behind. This is dot here. And this is you. You got your one arm here. You're trying to hold on. Like, oh, no, I can't. By the way, that is literally the extent of my visual artistic talent. I am the worst artist ever lived. This person is going, it's time out. Who keeps talking about bugging video buggers. .bt's EGLD, please, Scott. Already did it. Already did it. Let's look at .btc. That's fair. .btc. Breaking out. Breaking the F out. This is breaking its all-time high. If you want to see this, look at these setups, by the way. Boom. That one missed. Boom. I ain't deleting my shit. I'm wrong a lot. was right on this. You want to see this close above and not be a bearish SFP at the all-time high. But even if it does, you'll probably see one of these and break. But this is, DOT looks ready to rock. Do you guys, any of you who are my age, do you remember that commercial from our era, Freedom Rock? It's like two like super white trashy dudes sitting in like lawn chairs that looked like hippies, and they were like, music came on. He's like, "What's that?" She's like, "It's Freedom Rock." It's just like, "Well, turn it up, man." Remember when they used to have like mix CD commercials every day on TV? Freedom Rock. There's some people who are going to remember that are here. Maybe like 3 of you who are actually even born. You'd be like, "Yeah, I saw that shit. I was 3. DOT. Yeah, DOT looks bullish, y'all. So look at this. I pulled up a couple of the charts that are not on TradingView that I'm in and have been in. Because damn, and I want to show you something. So I bought this, by the way, in the pre-sale. I was very lucky to be a part of that. And it was like 2 cents. 0.025 cents, I think, was pre-sale price. So, well over 100x. But this right here, it was sitting at like 22 cents. And you can check my Twitter history, it's there. And I said right before it happened, this is going to be a coin unlock this day. Do you want to know what happens with pre-sales? You guys get the idea that like influencers are dumping on you, whatever. It's not true. And I don't sell anyways. I try to keep it for a year for long-term cap gains. But some people might sell, and it's their prerogative if they invest in something early. But a lot of these projects, they unlock like, you get like 10% of your tokens every month, or you get 25% quarterly, or what I prefer is linear vesting, where it's like every day people are getting a chunk. So there's no major supply drops on the market. But I said, listen, like this is going to be a release and these people are way up. So a lot of people are going to sell. I'm going to buy. It dropped 50% from 20 cents. It went to like 9 something and I bought it 10 cents right here. And it bounced immediately to like 17 or 18 cents right to here. Right? And that was it. I'm still holding those coins. It's 30x, over 30x, 33x. It's one of the top 4 assets in my entire portfolio. And Polkastarter, I mean, every huge project seems to want to launch on Polkastarter that's in the Polkadot ecosystem. You just saw what DOT was doing, and you see how gas fees are in Ethereum. So yeah, I mean, DOT's a competitor. I want to has something to do with everything that's DOT. And this, I believe this last move was when they announced the Super Farm. Is that what it's called? Super Farm announcement that there was going to be on there. I mean, this is parabolic. Hard. I would just say that this is a dip buyer. I don't know if you'll get it, but at this point, if you were trying to get in, maybe you catch it like in here, 240, 250, probably come back down at some point. But so the moral of that story is you don't have to it's very little supply that comes on the market. So those drops are very temporary and fast. People want to sell. They're in profit. But nobody's suppressing the price of these coins. The unlock comes very quickly and the people who are going to sell. So that's every time, if you can get and look at the schedule or find out when some of these are, that's a buying opportunity. Because that's all the supply. And then there's no more supply being released onto the market for like another month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. Right? So I would say just buy dips on this thing. I'm so bullish on it. That's all I'm going to say. Paid. This is the one that at down here, 32 cents right when it launched. I tweeted, "Hey, congratulations, guys." And someone's like, "You're a scammer. This project's a scam. Have fun staying poor." From 30 cents to $5.30. But the reason I'm showing this now is this is clearly bullish consolidation. So this looks like it really would want to make another run. Maybe it rounds out. Maybe there's an idea. Can't trade this until it happens. If it happens, which probably won't, but rounds out up here, forms a handle, and we get a cup and handle, and it breaks up. Right? Turn on the magnet. You know, you could the magnet tool just does not work here, making me look like a tool. It's hard to really even draw, but clearly this was like, you know, some sort of, it's not gonna be exact. Don't at me, bro. But because this charting software, you know, something like this. So, you know, theoretically, maybe it's at resistance, but if you see a big move on this breaking out, it's rounding out, looks really good. Option room. I've been watching this. Again, I mean, this is kind of just ranging, so I don't really know. I just wanted to look at it. But again, I mean, kind of rounding. So maybe if we get above here-ish. Right. So, I mean, listen, you can draw this off any of these wicks. It's really hard here. Maybe even that one. Here, let's look at it like this. There's a better way to look at it. And I bet if I reopened polls or one of those, it would look like this. Yeah, that's the view. Break, retest, heading up. So that looks really good to me. It's hard to extrapolate targets on these coins because there's no price history. So if you can find out when the token unlocks are for these, I'm not in all these pre-sales, but whatever ones you're in, if you find out, maybe that day you get it like a 20% drop. PokerStars had a 50% drop that day. It was up 80% from the bottom in 20 minutes or something. But yeah, I would say this is at least going to $3.60 in theory, based on this, which is 50. Oh no, not quite a 37% move. And then if it breaks that, price discovery. Right, coming back over here. Yeah, most of you are just asking for shit that I already did. Scott, your hair looks good. Gorilla Glue craft spray. Yes, I Gorilla Glued my hair. It's permanently like this. Actually, it's not real. It's plastic. Justin is the mastermind behind the Wolf Den logo. Such hits as the Wolf Den logo. My flyers with my face. He's an incredible graphic designer. Holler at him if you need graphic design work. He is borderline legend. I would say he's a legend. I think he's legendary. What's your entry signals? I don't give them. We don't do entry signals. FTM. I'll look at FTM. Sure. Let's see. Haven't traded this in a long ass time. It's really hard for me at this point now that I don't have like a main Binance account, you know, being American and not being allowed to have fun and all that. Well, I mean, this clearly broke out, right? Yet again, nice. Like this is what we're looking for. This long ass rounding bottom accumulation and moon. Don't like that wick. This looks like somebody was like, oh, I want to buy 10,000. Oh my God, I hit 10 million. Wrecked. So I would almost just not even count that wick in this and say, if you break this, you're gone. Right, and I don't count this either. So I would say, for me, this is the all-time high, but this is the key line. Right. Do you have time to chart comp? Like 97 of you are asking about it, so let's do that. Yo, let's do this. Here, just doing it for the lulz. Well, comp BTC is moved. See, like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of wrecked TA over there. Let's just pretend none of that exists. Wow, this is a Head and Shoulders fake out. Looked like it was about to. Maybe not actually. Let's see. Head, shoulder, head. Ooh, look at that. 1, 2, 3. I don't know about that right there. Do not know about that right there. Maybe better on the USDT bear. Of course, it's going to be better on the USDT bear. It's nothing but up. Yeah, I mean, this looks like Link and Dot just did. I don't love how it looks on the Bitcoin pair. Not as great, although it's not that bad. But like, that did close up. So like this could get wrecked. But if this closes above 553, it is in price discovery. We saw what Link and Dot did. I showed you in price discovery. It is nothing but up only. So, but if it gets rejected, I would watch for something like this. Cup and handle continuation pattern. Right? You've got a nice cup. You've got your handle. It's hot. And price does this. Cool. Cup and handle. Continuation pattern, not a bottom pattern. Never that. Never that. Someone tells you a cup and handle identifies a cup and handle at the bottom, that person stinks at TA. Yeah, I'm just leave that up there. Of course I'm fucking Picasso. Have you guys seen my skills? Oh, gotcha. When I say what's your entry signal, I don't mean buy signals. I mean candle entries. Are they rule-based for you? I prefer to take retests. Like I prefer a break of resistance and a retest as support. That's my favorite entry. I miss a lot of trades that way, but the ones you catch, whew, man. What is the main exchange using for trading being in the US? I trade mostly on Voyager. At least that's where I invest. They don't have stop losses, so I don't take really short trades on there. They are going to add them. Yeah, but that's it. Scott talks, I listen. Rocket, rocket, rocket. Yeah, Oscar. Rock with you, dude. You made me laugh. That's what I'm here for. Doge. Why? I mentioned earlier that I interviewed Catherine Coley, CEO of Binance today, and she was like, yeah, basically like they did more volume and signups both in January than in all of 2020 alone. You think retail and mainstream is coming? Holy shitballs. In 1 month, more than the entire 2020. And she said a lot of them came because they wanted to trade Doge. Oh, I just got a text from my lovely wife that said, you have a call you need to be on in 2 minutes. Doge. That's support here, but I just don't see a reason to do this. It did its thing. It went to 230 sats. Maybe it'll keep going, but it did its cycle. I'm not messing with it, but if this breaks down, I would say it's coming back down. Oh, so I've been reprimanded. I've been recalled. I've been recalled like a car with a bad airbag or brakes or something like that. I got to go. Sign up for my newsletter. Check it out in the description. Check out FEMX if you want. Otherwise, it's my time. It was just his time. Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me, man. Guys, it's just my time. It was. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Lots to go through there. Charts look great, so we'll probably get wrecked, right? No, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be great. Love you guys.